Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, verified visitors, the Department of War and President Trump releasing information on UFOs. Why they say they're making this information public. Also tonight, Devaney Development. The Bob Devaney Center is under construction for some major upgrades. What they're adding before this year's opening match. And hantavirus preparations, how Nebraska is getting ready to take in Americans who were exposed to the virus. And breaking now, some hantavirus cruise ship passengers are coming to Nebraska. The cruise ship off the coast of Africa had many of its passengers exposed to hantavirus and a good handful of them infected with it. Now the Americans who were on board are going to be brought to UNMC in Omaha, where they're going to be quarantined.
The unit is ready, and we await the arrival of the passengers. Thank you.
The teams at Nebraska Medicine and UNMC are prepared, but there are some questions that a lot of people want answered tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. The National Quarantine Unit at Nebraska Medicine was used in the 2014 Ebola outbreak. They also used it in 2020 with COVID. Now the question on many people's minds, should we be concerned at all with this hantavirus outbreak? Channel 8's Jake Holman joins us live from Omaha after attending a news conference late this afternoon to give everyone some clarity on the situation. Jake?
Hey, good evening, Rod. A lot of questions answered tonight here at Nebraska Medicine, as this, of course, will be a national topic for the state as all of this is playing out. Now, here is what we know at the moment. According to state officials, this decision was made very carefully. They say these Americans will receive the best care. A total of 17 Americans are expected to be sent here to the quarantine center in Omaha. Now, the doctors say they have no reason to believe that any of them have been affected, just exposed. They say they have room for about 20. But they are preparing for that 17. Now, each person will stay in their own rooms, sort of like a hotel, they explained, where they will have food and drinks delivered. They'll also have access to Wi-Fi. The medical director of the National Biocontainment Unit says the hantavirus is not known to spread in person to person. You really have to be up close for it to be infected. And right now, they will be ready, they say, if any of the Americans show symptoms.
And we are ready. Should one of these individuals develop symptoms concerning for hantavirus, they will be assessed by our team and transferred into our biocontainment unit for care. And that care can range anything from, clinical monitoring and basic supportive care to invasive procedures and critical care for those that have critical illness.
Now, she also says she wants to be very clear that these are people that have only been potentially exposed, not infected. They have not been diagnosed. Now, a couple things right now that aren't clear at this very moment. First is when all of this will begin. They say the ship will arrive in the Canary Islands on Sunday. As for when the Americans would arrive here in Omaha, that is still to be determined. The other factor from this is how long will these Americans be quarantined? That says that depends. Right now, it could vary between 1 to 6 or 8 weeks. For now, they're reporting live here in Omaha. Jake Cohen, Channel 8 News.
Thanks for the live report, Jake. Our team will be monitoring this situation round the clock. Channel 8 is where you need to be so you can know what's going on with hantavirus, especially as the patients make their way to Nebraska. Scan the QR code there on your screen to download the Now Local News app. That's where you'll see our updates first. Also breaking now, a Douglas County deputy is shot in Omaha. Here's what we know. They're saying they have one deputy shot in the area of 19th and Washington Street in Omaha. They're calling it an active scene. They're asking people to avoid the area to let first responders and law enforcement personnel have some room to work. Governor Jim Pillen releasing this statement just moments ago, confirming one of the deputies was shot. He's also saying the deputy is expected to survive. He's asking everyone to join him in praying for the deputy's complete and full recovery. Let's get to your first forecast on this Friday evening. Hope you had a great week, everyone. Very nice today as we take a live look from our network of cameras. See those big old puffy clouds up there. A lot of you want to know, is this nice weather going to carry into Mother's Day weekend for your celebrations? Here's Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins with the answer.
There's going to be a chance for some rain as we head through Saturday, mainly the second half of the day. We'll kind of detail that timing here in just a minute or two, but we do have a few showers out there right now, and it's not much, but it's something at least. Here's your forecast as we head through tonight. Notice those clouds. A few of them have a little bit of raindrop activity coming out of it. 74 degrees by 7 p.m., 68 degrees by 9, 61 through 11 p.m. I have everything dry, but again, there is a little bit going on out there. 27th Yankee Hill Road, Honda of Lincoln Camp, the flag is barely moving, but those clouds are out there. We're at 75 degrees. With a wind out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. So there's the sprinkles, and that's really all it is. Just some sprinkles from York to Tobias to Wilbur to Crete to Lincoln to Nebraska City and Beatrice over towards Norfolk, Albion, St. Paul, seeing just a few sprinkles here and there. A few south central and southwest Nebraska too, just east of McCook. And that's about it. So not a whole lot of rain, but at least it's something. Temperatures in the 70s across the state, and not much of a wind. It's a little variable at 5 to 15 or 16 miles per hour. Temperatures tomorrow morning real close to 50 degrees, but that wind shouldn't be an issue, at least through the first half of the day. More on this forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Rusty. We have some new developments in the upgrades to the Bob Devaney Center. The expansion now in full swing. Crews are getting a lot done already, as you can see behind me in this picture that UNL posted. They're improving all of the seats to make them more comfortable, and they're putting a cup holder in every seat. The student section will be centralized to enhance the impact of crowd noise. There will be a new courtside seating and box seats with hospitality lounge. The new Libero Club will replace VIP seating with a bunch of amenities. They are expected to be finished with construction by this year's opening game. Stay with us. We have more headed your way after the break, including files released, the Department of War, and President Trump releasing information regarding UFOs, what they want the public to know about these pictures. Stay with us. We're back in 60 seconds. Trump releasing information about UFOs. They put it on the Department of War website, and if you tap on these pictures like this, you can actually scroll through the gallery of UFO sightings they've made available to the public. Now, this is part of President Trump's directive for transparency with government information regarding UFOs. There's 161 pictures you can check out on the website at this point with descriptions of what is going on in each picture, but only one written release. The release is the Department of War stating they're with the president fully on making this information public. Well, right now, Lincoln police are preparing for graduation weekend. They're posting these routes, which show different ways for people to get in to the PBA, where the graduation ceremonies are going to be held. They're also showing routes to different parking facilities. Here's LPD's Erica Thomas with what people should look out for while heading to the events.
We will be restricting access to Haymarket from 9th Street starting at 7:30 tomorrow. So to be able to access the area, you'll want to come in on N Street from the south or Salt Creek from the north. Westbound access will be restricted at 9th from R to O.
With everyone coming to celebrate graduation, this should help you get to where you're going to be on time.
There are a few raindrops out there right now. You can see behind me a few blips showing up on the radar, not amounting to much. We may see some more rain the second half of the day tomorrow as well. That forecast when we come back.
Only on 8 tonight, 3 local business owners come together for one big surprise.
Today we gave away a car, something that we like to do as often as we can.
A life-changing gift.
I put my faith in motion and I submitted an application. As Kendall said, it was a lengthy one, but I knew that it would be a life-changing opportunity.
One incredibly deserving recipient. Tonight, how a mother of 3 ended up with a new ride. A team effort gives a Lincoln mother the gift of a lifetime. Emotions, as you can imagine, running high as she stepped outside to see a car that she can now call her very own. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was there and got to speak with the ones who made this possible.
It was all smiles today as Tylandra Tate received this gently used car free of charge. This life-changing opportunity made possible through a community effort and the kindness of so many.
I seen a need and I knew that I had the capabilities and community partnerships to be able to make it come forth.
An unforgettable morning as mother of 3, Tylandra Tate walks through the doors of A1 Automotive and is gifted this car free of charge. The owner of A1 Automotive, Kendall Warnick, starting a nonprofit aimed at giving away cars for those in need. Ashley Milner coming across his Facebook post and deciding to take action for her friend.
I submitted an application. As Kendall said, it was a lengthy one, but I knew that it would be a life-changing opportunity. And I knew based off of the economic opportunity, not just with her, but with her family, that this would be life-changing for not just one person, but multiple people.
From there, Milner knocking on doors, partnering with Vivian Claw to give a free AAA membership and help with insurance. The collaboration from Claw, Milner, and the ones who fixed up the car leaves a warm feeling in their hearts.
It's very rewarding to use talents that we have to make somebody else's life easier.
Tate tells me this changes everything for her.
This is a great opportunity to have 3 people, you know, that's just, it's Trinity. To have 3 people come together and see something in me and to willing to help me the way I help others, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So to have that coverage, to have this vehicle, to have just this support system and this foundation, it's amazing. So I'm very grateful.
Today's surprise also hitting close to home for Milner and Claw. Both say they had someone help them in life, and they're happy to just pay it forward. Reporting here in the studio, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
The high temperature today was a little above average, only by about 6 degrees, so just a little bit above average. So was the low temperature too. 48's the normal. We were at 52. Nowhere near any of the records. Record high of 95 set back in the late 1800s. Mother's Day weekend. How about that? Rain possible on Saturday. More on that in just a second. Sunday, mostly sunny and 72. This could be a top 10 day, and Mother's Day too. So let's just say a top 5 day, if not the best day of the year. Now, graduation forecast, that's happening tomorrow too. Saturday, May 9th, you're looking at temperatures in the 50s early. I think if you have outdoor plans after the second graduation at 3 p.m., you may have to start dodging some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or 2. More on that in a minute. But that wind, not too bad, less than 15 miles per hour for a good portion of the day. Then there's Mother's Day, then warm again on Monday. So a lot going on this weekend. Goodness. 21st and L Street, Allocam. Notice these clouds. There's a few rain showers. And when I say few, I really mean a few because there aren't a lot out there. But there's a couple of sprinkles here and there. And we'll look at those in a minute. First, temperatures. Really a nice day temperature-wise, between 70 and almost 80 degrees. We did get to 80 today in Grand Island. We're at 78 there now, 75 in Lincoln, 70 in Falls City, 76 in Aurora, and 75 in Hebron. The wind is a little variable as some frontal boundaries are kind of moving through, but everybody's less than 20 miles per hour. One of the higher ones is up there towards O'Neill at 17. There's the spot sprinkles. Not a lot. There's not much going to make it to the ground. I made this comparison during the 5 o'clock show. If you're driving down the street and your neighbor's watering his lawn and that sprinkler just kind of hits you real quick on your windshield, that's what this is. It's just a quick splash, and that would be it. So maybe one windshield wiper is all you need one pass from the windshield wipers. And there's a few more out there, so up there towards Norfolk and just west of Sioux City towards Columbus. Overall, though, it's coming to an end. As soon as that sun goes down, the rain and the clouds will look like this. Everything gets wiped away. So not a whole lot of precipitation tonight, and then we'll clear things out. Most of Saturday looks pretty good, but we'll increase that cloud cover as the day progresses. And notice the showers start to line up about 10 o'clock in the morning out to the west, and everything, there's a frontal boundary right here from Concordia all the way up to Chadron, and that is going to float its way east and give us a chance for some showers, and that combines with another system out here Saturday evening in western Nebraska. That will eventually make its way from west to east late Saturday into Sunday. This is 11 p.m. Saturday. Still a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. This rolls through about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then clears on out just in time for us to wake up to partly cloudy skies early Sunday morning, and then the rest of Mother's Day looks to be dry. 48 degrees, partly cloudy, near normal tonight. Those temperatures in the middle and upper 40s. Highs tomorrow, lower 80s. That chance for evening, late afternoon, evening thunderstorm, 83 degrees. Temperatures a little above average, and that, just get used to that, because after Sunday with those temperatures in the lower 70s, we really warm up. We're at 83 again on Monday, and then middle 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, upper 80s with a small chance for storms on that bike drive day on Thursday, and then 90 by Friday.
Thank you, Rusty. New details on a Lincoln Christian coach's wife's battle with cancer. 2 years ago, Coach Kurt Earl's wife, Danelle, finished her radiation treatments for her brain tumor. Well, today, Earl is letting everyone know that her MRI showed no disease progression. So great news there. He's saying that the little information to report from the MRIs is exactly why it's worth reporting. I agree. But he adds that there's still plenty of damage in the area where the tumor was, which affects Danelle in many ways. But he says they will press on and discover their new normal life in partial remission. So there you go. All right, coming up, we're going to head into the sports zone. Nate, both Nebraska baseball and softball in action today.
Yeah, big day for both teams. We'll have an update on both coming up here after the break. And we'll talk some Husker volleyball with another location added to this upcoming season.
From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, the Husker baseball team is set for a border battle against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone this Friday. Big Red in action as we speak. A huge series for Nebraska, who's lost 3 in a row coming into tonight's game. Nebraska and Iowa have met 55 times on the diamond, with the Hawkeyes holding a 29-26 lead over the Huskers in the all-time series. Their last meeting was in Iowa City, where the Hawkeyes won 2 of 3 games against the Huskers. But here was head coach Will Bolt on the similarities between these two squads with this border battle rivalry going on.
There's a lot of similarities there between the two teams, the two lineups, the balance, the speed, the ability to move the ball when you need to, and you know, a little bit of thump in there as well. So yeah, I think in a lot of ways it'll be very similar, you know, for our pitchers. You know, they've got some veteran hitters in their lineup, and they'll fight you for every pitch, you know, and that's what got our pitching staff ready for the season this year, was that they faced our guys, and that's what our guys were doing.
First pitch was at 6:02 at Hawks Field. Righty Carson Jessa on the bump for Nebraska. And you can watch the game on Nebraska Public Media. And, of course, we'll have more later on tonight. 0-0 so far in the early stages of that game. Now, we got to talk some Huskers softball, because the Huskers were in action in the Big Ten tournament in Maryland. This game just wrapping up moments ago. Nebraska taking on Indiana in the semifinals. And they got the job done tonight. 5-0 the final. Alexis Jensen throwing a shutout, 12 strikeouts. What a performance from Jensen. Wisconsin-UCLA will be the other semifinal game tonight at 6:30. We'll have a recap of that one tonight at 10. Sticking with softball for a minute, because these ladies brought in some Big Ten awards today. Jordy Fromm was tabbed the Pitcher of the Year. Alexis Jensen was the Freshman of the Year, and Rhonda Revelle was named the Coach of the Year. Fromm was also on the All-Big Ten first team, while Jensen, Samantha Bland, Hannah Kuhr, Casey Hoffman, and Ava Cusack were second-team All-Big Ten members. Fromm and Kuhr were on the All-Defensive team. Jensen represented the Huskers on the All-Freshman team, and Emerson Cope was Nebraska's Sportsmanship honoree. Awesome stuff this season for the ladies that still got plenty more to go. Nebraska volleyball released some big news today. The team will play in the first ever Players Era Volleyball Showcase in Las Vegas in August to begin the regular season. The 2-day event will be held on Saturday, August 29th and Sunday, August 30th at the T-Mobile Arena. The Huskers will face UNLV on the 29th, Texas on the 30th. Start times, TV, and ticket information will be announced at a later date, but the epic upcoming tour for Big Red continues. Here's a look at the venues and teams slated so far for Nebraska. Jerry's World on August 27th, T-Mobile Arena on the 29th and 30th, Wrigley Field on September 6th, not to mention stops in South Dakota to face South Dakota State on September 2nd, and Wintrust Arena to take on DePaul on September 4th. Going to be potentially game-changing, sports-changing, a big couple of weeks. Nebraska football will be back under the Friday night lights this season in Champaign. Nebraska will take on Illinois on Fox, this marking the 3rd time in 4 seasons the schools have met in a Friday night matchup. The game will be televised on Fox with the kickoff time set for 7 p.m. Central. And this season will mark the 5th straight year Nebraska has played multiple Friday games, including the Huskers' annual Black Friday game against Iowa. And finally, let's take a look at some high school sports going on tonight. Lots of baseball, but also some soccer. Lincoln Pius X hoping to punch their ticket back to Omaha tonight. They're taking on Elkhorn North as we speak. But to the baseball, a lot of district action going on this evening. Plenty of games in progress right now. We'll have an update on all these games later tonight. And then how about some more? Because there's plenty more where that came from. Lincoln Christian, the first to fall tonight, 10-0. And then plenty more games. And the North's going to be playing tonight at 7 p.m. Whew, that's going to do it for sports tonight. Raul, go ahead and send things back over to you.
A lot of good stuff there, Nate. Thank you so much. How good of weather are we going to have for Mother's Day weekend? Let's check in with Rusty to get the latest.
Could have a top 10 day on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm talking about. We have some sprinkles out there right now. Not enough to really even be concerned about, but if you see a raindrop or two, that's what's going on. Most of the state is dry, but there's just a few blips on the radar, and temperatures in the 70s for everybody. It's really a nice late afternoon, early evening. Temperatures tomorrow morning in the 40s. And then highs tomorrow, 60s to the west, 80s to the east. And then there's that really nice day on Mother's Day. And then the 80s come back, just a small chance for rain during that bike drive.
Does look nice for mothers out there. Okay, thank you so much, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. Enjoy your Friday night. We'll see you back here at 10.
Ernie's